Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're doing another Knighthood boss. It is still Canopus. It's probably not going to change for another 3-ish weeks. I'm not really too sure. But unfortunately we are stuck with this Knighthood boss. But it has switched up race. It is now Goddesses, which isn't too bad. It still wants you to use 3 or more characters, which I'm not really going to be able to do, I'm not going to lie. You can do it, it's just a pain, so we're just not going to do it. Apply 4 defense buffs. We don't have freeze, stun, or petrify, so we won't be able to do that. 500k with a single move, we can do that. Last kill will be a goddess, everyone's a goddess. 40 debuffs, we can do that. 10 turns, we can do that. Apply 30 corrosions, we can do that. Stance removal twice, we can. Remove 8 buffs, can't do that, we don't have buff removal. And the ultimate gauge decrease we can only do on phase 1, because on phase 2 it's got 65,000 defense, and Poorer Lake cannot deal damage through 60,000, I think it's 66,000 defense. So, gear wise, I'd normally go for 1 HP defense, but the problem is this team is way too tanky for phase 2. So, I had to compromise a little bit. Melee Liz are attack crit, Mael's attack crit, and these two are HP defense. Because these two kind of need to be HP defense, if not, they are very squishy. Melee Liz and Mael, once again, have the blessing of being a UR based character, so they do have quite a bit more bulk than the average character, which is quite good. Also running HP food, so everyone's HP sort of evens out, or at least Melee Liz and Mael's do, to Elate's at least. Elate's also got a target because once again, as she is the squishiest, there is quite a high likelihood that she does get targeted. So that's the reason why I've given her a good old Red Sariel. So no, sorry, Red Tarmiel. Everyone else's link doesn't really matter. I gave Mael to Melee Liz because increased damage, and I gave Sariel to Mael because when he has a single target skill, it does good damage. And I just gave Glocks to Margaret because I could. Card set, auto set, I think I don't know what's at CC. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna go first anyway, and yeah, let's get on with it. Here we go. This is the first attempt. Hopefully, it's quite easy. This boss, if you get the wrong RNG, can completely screw you over. Solely because that's just what this demonic beast likes to do. Sorry, this Knighthood boss likes to do. It is the hardest by a mile. I think phase 1 is like 2 point something million health, which is unheard of. I think the highest the other one has is like 1 million, 1.1 million. This one has 2.6 and 50,000 attack, which is insane. So immediately, I'm just going to go for wasting all of my DPS skills, solely because it's going to still do about half of its health. Even though I'm basically just wasting them now, Melee Liz haven't got buff yet, it's still going to do about half its health, which is good. Half health is not bad, especially because now we want to wait for the gimmicks. Stance removal, once again, we've got Margaret. If you don't have Red Margaret, I'm pretty sure she's been free like quite a few times at this point. You sort of do need Red Margaret as well as Elate. If you do not have Red Margaret, you won't be able to run Melee Liz. You might have to run Queen Liz, and then actually Queen Liz technically has a stun. It's stance cancel, so maybe it counts. Maybe it's a little bit of copium, but maybe it counts. You're going to see me wasting these whenever I get them, solely because if not, I'm not actually going to be able to use them. Because next phase I can't use them, I need 2 more. See, look, she's barely doing damage here. We are also getting stacks of a relic, which is actually pretty nice. Which increases allies' basic stats in Knighthood boss. That's corrosion. A whole lot of corrosion. Enough corrosion to insta-kill a character. About instantly. It does like, there's 10 stacks, right? And it's at 10% max HP. And they're 120% bleed, which is just overkill at this point. But we are probably going to go for the kill here. I just remembered how to stance up, thank goodness. We'll do this. So we'll cleanse up, because we need to cleanse up here. Margaret's cleanse is also pretty nice, get a nice damage reduction as well, which is sort of useful when he ults. The ult is a 50% all stat lower, which is, it's absurd. Really, really absurd. There is 1.8 million from Mael, thank you Mael. There is the 500k damage done. On to the phase 2 transition. Still should be fine, really. I'll shield up. I don't really need to shield up first turn, but I'm going to. And then we'll spam these. So the reason why you may see me immediately just play all of them. Actually, I'm not going to play the Mael single target. Actually, I'm not going to play any of them. I'm not going to play any of them at all. Main reason being, this phase also doesn't have a stance. That's the reason I played stance rule. I don't think it can actually do damage to me if it's damage lowered at all. Because in my test run, they only barely damaged Mael and Meliliz. Of course, that is because they do have their dark and light, so they have some form of slight damage reduction to every other resistance, including their own. That's fine. I actually need to keep this cleanse skill. I've not been lucky here with cleanse skills, which is quite a pain. It's fine. That's the skill I wanted to play. Done with the funky border. I'm not going to do that. Medalists won't kill, even though they have got the buff now, they're still not going to kill. They don't have the power in them to kill. Good damage, but not killing. So now this will be get spammed with debuffs. So this is the moment of truth. As you can see here, bang. Hits everyone. Barely does damage to Medalists. It did about 10,000, which is not much at all. Bear in mind, can I check their health, please? They've got about 630k. Okay, Margaret got stunned. So if it does stun your cleanse character, you do immediately lose. So this is the reason why I try and have 2 cleanse characters, because if not, you die, you lose. It's a pain. Luckily, we've had quite decent RNG on this one. Millers are just going to clutch up right now, which is quite nice. And that gives us about 10,000 points. You only really need about 8,500 to get all the good rewards. The 9,000 points is just a card set, as a card pack, which isn't really too impactful, I'm not going to lie. 10,000 points. Thank you very much. 10,820 points. Not too bad. Once again, we only did the ones we really care about. Just enough to get us the points we need. Of course, if you get the old gauge, if you get more old gauge decrease on the first phase, you can use them. If you want to stall for a little bit longer, yes, you can remove 2 stances on the first phase. You can do like those ones, but everything else you can only really do on the second phase. Clear 40 debuffs. It's only really doable when he AoEs you and you get all the debuffs on you. Have 30 corrosions at once. This is at once. Once again, he AoEs, you get it all at once. It's easy. And yeah, that's it. Now on to normal, hard, and extreme. Here we are, now on extreme. We're going to do the exact same team, exact same everything. Nothing is changing. We're now just going down the difficulties, which should hopefully make it a lot easier. Only because, well, we don't have to deal. I don't think this has got as many gimmicks or as much health, especially not 2.8 million or 2.6 million, whatever the hell one's got. I don't know why they decided to make it so horrendous. At least, like, they should have made the other ones bad as well. Look, this one's got 300,000 health. So you'll tell me the difference is nearly 10 times. It's like 5-6 times the amount of health. And then I'm pretty sure I can just... I'll play both of these, solely for the basic stat boosts, and then hopefully Mael can kill, because if Mael kills, I don't have to worry about next phase. Meliliz can just deal with it. Get a cleanse here, which is another 3% basic stat boost from Late's Relic, which I did upgrade, solely for the fact to see if it could deal damage, and it didn't do damage. Thank you, Mael. Decent damage from Mael. That's the reason why I give him Sorial Link, because when he crits, even more damage. There we go. And now this phase, which I can now just nuke it with Meliliz, because nothing can survive. There we go. And that the difference between hell and extreme is insane. 3,500 points, not too bad. We're looking for about another 2,500 more. Hopefully, we can do a few challenges in the second one to get us that 2,500 points. What are they? Technically, Melly's a demon, so it does count. I don't know why we're on HP food, because this isn't based on points anymore. Now, there's a stamina pot, I guess. This is easy. The lower difficulty ones are more or less, if you complete the 3 of them, the normal, hard, and extreme, you do get all the rewards guaranteed. I think your minimum guaranteed like 2,000, 2,000, and 2,000 points. Everything you get above that is additional points you've earned doing challenges, which is pretty easy. Clear within 8 turns. Well, I'm going to clear in 2 skills. I'll middle this shield just because I can really. I'll just kill with my L. I don't really care. Easy. Okay, my L might even be able to kill with the first skill. How much health has this thing even got? It is 135k at full health. That would have killed it nearly 2 times over. Well, it would have killed it 2 times over. There we go. Oh, I think that might actually be enough points. Because thankfully, the challenges this week are actually pretty well suited to goddesses across all the difficulties. And yeah, there we go. 10,000 points and 6,000 points. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.